Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future? Don't you try to think ahead. Save tomorrow for tomorrow. Think about today instead.
What's happening? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's. That was supposed to be my background music.
It ran out.
My background vocals. What's up, Carter?
Not much. What's up with you?
Nothing much, man. We are here. What's the buzz? 93.7 The Ticket. You are here with Buzzy Carruthers, Director of Player Development for Nebraska men's basketball. Tito should be joining us shortly. We've got another special guest joining me for a segment or two, and that is Nebraska men's basketball very own Kobe Webster. Kobe, what's up, man? How are you? Wait for Carter to get on. Carter,
he's on. He's on.
Yeah, all right.
I'm good now.
Yeah, you good?
Okay.
How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Good,
No.
man.
Had some good eats.
Yeah, man. We just came from a team dinner from over Coach's house, which was good. Shout out to Mary Ellen's.
Whew.
Oh my gosh, fire, straight fire! If you have not had Mary food and you live in Lincoln, you need to get by there because, I mean, Cove, everything is on point, right?
On point. Everything.
Catfish, ribs,
Wings, baked beans,
greens,
all that.
cornbread, mac and cheese. But yeah, man, it's good stuff. Thank you so much for providing that for us, Mary Ellen's. Cole, this is What's the Buzz, man. We usually get to some topics throughout the hour. What the buzz is, obviously, going on in sports. I start off usually with a little synopsis of how we are doing as far as a team. And recently just played Iowa on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. It was a tough loss, man.
Yeah.
It was a tough loss, especially after coming off of that win against Minnesota. You guys had certainly had confidence going into that game, and you know we got off to a really good start, and unfortunately we weren't able to sustain that. And we found out very fast Keegan Murray is really good. He's really good. And you know, we just weren't able to finish that first half out. Second half was a different story. But the deficit that we had dug ourselves in, we weren't able to get out of the hole. But you take away that first half, we actually won the second half by 5 points. So again, there's always some positivity you can take.
Sure.
And going into this game Friday against a Maryland team that's towards the bottom of the pack as we are, I think you guys understand it's another winnable game.
Sure.
And going into this game with it being one of our last home games, I think you guys kind of feel that and really want to take advantage of that. What do you have to say about this upcoming game and us only having these last two games left?
Yeah. Well,
Tito in the building.
Coaches kind of hit on it. All the coaches have this past week of practice. Like we have really 80 me, that be my last time playing in Pinnacle Bank. So
right.
That when he said that, it kind of like hit me a little different,
different, yeah.
Understanding that, it literally is a few hours that I have left in that building. So I'm excited. I know the guys had a great day of prep, 2 days of prep yesterday and today. So we'll get in, we got shoot around tomorrow since the late game. So get in there, clean up everything we need to clean up, and hopefully go out and get a win.
Yeah, man. What's up, Tito? Tito has joined us.
Fellas.
In the building. Can't
What's
hear
happening?
Carter. I'm trying to think.
How about now?
1 2 1 2.
Nope.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
He's saying 1 2 1 2. Can't hear.
1 2.
Dang. Hey, dang. I mean, Big Sky, dog, for real. But it is 3 weeks in. Did we have 3 weeks? 3 weeks in, did we have trouble still, Tito? Big Sky?
I don't think
think
so.
we did. I think we got it figured out
It's
after
not
those
doing
first.
it.
Okay, look,
I don't
he's
know.
trying.
Carry on. Carry on.
Tito is on your neck. He on your neck right now. But yeah, anyway, I think we have had a couple good days of prep, Cole. And I think it's important for everyone to understand, everyone out there supporting us, all our fans, that, you know, we have not given up and we're still fighting. And, you know, hopefully we can come out of Friday victorious.
Sure.
And you know, continue to build, man. But you're totally right, man. Like, you know, Coach hit on it today or yesterday that, you know, we only have, you know, 80 minutes left. I mean, 40 minutes. No, 80. I'm
80,
sorry.
yeah.
80 minutes, 2 games left, 80 minutes left. Still can't hear it. Still nothing, Tito.
I can hear y'all. Can you hear
You
me?
can hear us, but we can't hear him.
And you can read lips like a monk, can't you?
But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow we go handle business,
Yeah.
man. Late
Yeah.
game.
Late game.
So
Everybody
guys,
get their rest.
Yeah, everybody should
good.
be off their feet.
Yeah, juiced up.
You know. But yeah, man. And I know, like you said, with you, this being some of your last games, man, I know these are really starting to hit hard.
Yeah.
That oldness comes up
Yeah.
fast, for real,
Facts.
man. For real. I bet it feels like you were just in your freshman year at Western Illinois.
It's crazy because Coach came out and he had some older like Adidas shoes on earlier. So me and CJ talked. We like, oh yeah, them comfy, whatever. Like, yeah, I had them my freshman year at college.
Right.
Like when I was at Western, CJ, of course, he played a card.
Right.
Dang, that was my freshman year of high school.
Right.
I said, man, I'm not trying to hear that right now. I'm not trying. But yeah, no, for sure, definitely. Just little stuff like that. It's like, dang, like that definitely feels like it. Shoot, last week I was a freshman, like so it goes quick for sure. But I'm excited. I'm excited for these next few games and see where this basketball can take me for sure.
Yeah, man, for sure. The one thing that's definitely cool about with your year this year is that you already graduated. So you haven't had that.
I haven't had I got one class. I got
classes.
one class
Yeah,
this semester. So and then I have the master. So excited for that. That's just I feel like that's just
explain that feeling, because a lot of guys don't get that feeling.
Yeah, I mean I
Y'all are muted.
feel more like makes basketball feel more like
a profession.
Yeah. You know, that's what you do every day. Like I have assignments due on Sundays.
Right.
So like I don't have nothing throughout the week. I don't have to go to a class or nothing like that. So I go get to practice early, get my work in, lift, whatever. Practice yoga, whatever it is we do, and then I get to go home and, you know, meditate or you know, just be in my space. Yeah.
Meals here.
Yeah. No, I be cooking, but you know, I be cooking.
I know y'all do.
So yeah, no, that's just fun to me, like being able, and it kind of is giving me a little bit of insight to what I will be doing, you know, in the future. So no, it's cool to, you know, just kind of be an adult right now, and get that sort of feeling and understand what's coming.
Right. And I think that's an advantage that you have, being able to kind of see what it's like playing basketball and then having the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Because it could be a difficult transition. It is a difficult transition, especially for guys that go play professionally overseas. I know guys that, you know, they're in this routine and schedule for 4 or 5 years. And then once they are able to, finish school, and then they're blessed enough with the opportunity to play overseas, particularly, there's already that language barrier.
Yeah.
So you struggle with that. You struggle with direction.
Right. And then you don't even know what you're supposed to be doing after
right.
practice.
And then and so then those barriers hit, and then there's free time.
Yeah.
That you never really had.
Take up. Yeah.
Well, think about it, Kobe. You guys never have had free time. I mean, from the time I was an athlete to when I finished playing, in college, but in high school, middle school, elementary, I didn't have free time. It was either practice or games, and it was 3 sports to 4 sports throughout the year.
True. Yeah, I'm about to say, if you play multiple sports, you got multiple practices within a day.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Tito, would you agree? All right.
I would agree if you can
to save the freaking day. Get out of here, Carter. Nick, get us right, please. Now, I want to blame Big Sky a little bit, because I feel like he just upped and just left and poofed into the sky because he did not leave Carter. So, Carter, it's not all your fault, bro. All right. It is not all your fault. Tito, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. All right. We're going to make sure. Nick, write that down for Carter so he knows next time. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, think about that, Cole. And for guys like you, I wasn't, unfortunately, I had multiple surgeries. I was not able to play in college, but for guys like you,
that's why.
In college.
No doubt.
I knew he was gonna say something. I knew
you done heard that one before, Kobe.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was it's his show. I was gonna let him continue. I wasn't going.
Hey, anyway, we'll get back to those different worlds another time. We'll get back to the different world thing. But yeah, your free time, there is none, and especially not to mention school. Yeah. You have school with all of that. So 3 sports throughout the year, practice, games, and school,
and
then other activities
for hours
too.
At a time.
Right. I'm sure you did other activities outside of that, like maybe a group that you were a part of, an organization, or a club, different things like that. So it's always interesting to see how athletes adjust, basketball players in particular, to that post-college life, and football as well. And that's why I also kind of feel like there needs to be more programs in college that help guys like you guys, that help you guys transition.
Suited and equipped because it's everything you need.
It's totally different. And imagine, playing 4 years for this college before this year, where you didn't make any money off of NIL, and then you're just done.
Right. Yeah.
4 or 5 years, and then you're just done. And it's like chewed you up, spit you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fortunately now, NIL stuff's going, and you guys are able to get some money. But I mean, it's always crazy, and it's always interesting to hear the stories of transition for you guys. So for you to be able to have this year and kind of see how you set your day up, like, obviously practice morning of the day, yoga, meal, come back to the gym, meditate, video games, because
set aside time for everything. Because
guys will get addicted to playing video games all day.
And that's something I do. Like, I try to I pick a time, like, all right, by this time I'm gonna have this done. By this time I'm gonna be getting ready for this. By this time, like little stuff like that, and it kind of just keeps me organized. And like you said, like not having the burden of having to do a project or essay or whatever. Like that definitely helps with that. But like just staying organized with your time is huge. So like you said, this year has definitely been a great help.
Yeah, man, that's cool. That's cool. Obviously, you know, I'm here, and we're gonna finish this thing out together.
For sure.
I'm happy to be a part of your journey, man.
No,
Seriously,
I appreciate you.
But let's get off of the Nebraska basketball talk. Let's talk a little bit. Let's do a little NBA talk, man.
What's the word? What's the word?
So first, we gotta hear from the Philly native. He's the one of the reasons why he's on the show. He is a true Philadelphia sports fanatic, and I want to hear, since the dust has finally settled on the trades, Tito, and we've actually seen Ben Simmons at a press conference speaking of ill will towards Philadelphia. What's your take?
I don't know if
I mean, he okay, yeah, he didn't speak ill
against
you guys, but I just want to throw that in.
He tried to reach a little bit.
I wanted to
He's trying to get him hurt. He's trying to get him hurt out here. I jumped on here. I thought you had Ben Simmons on the show with you. I was about to just hop right off.
Oh my gosh, it does look like Ben Simmons.
No,
Kobe,
man.
yes, you do.
What the heck is going on?
Somebody screenshot this right now.
Look at the camera.
That's how did he do this for me? We got Ben Simmons on the show.
Dude with hair.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
awesome. But go ahead, Tito. Give us the pure adulterated, because we can't go unadulterated. Give us the pure adulterated take from Philly's finest.
At this point, I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to move on. I don't respect him. I never will. A lot of people are trying to say you can't judge if he has mental health issues or not.
Hey, you can't.
This is something that's
like he had a mental health issue when he was speaking the other day.
He always talks like that. So I mean, that's nothing new. But from what he said, the Sixers knew before October he had a mental health issue. No one within the Sixers organization is confirming that. They're all saying that he didn't tell us anything about a mental health issue until October, when he wanted to get paid. So what he's doing now is using this, because he's still going to try to get the money that they were finding him for back. So he has to continue to play this up. And to me, it's just disgusting, because it's people really dealing with stuff out there. And this guy, Shaq, said it best. Just because you don't have the mental fortitude doesn't mean you can scream mental health. So he needs to really think about what he's doing, because it's unfair to people who are really dealing with stuff.
And
that's my final take on him. He's a clown. He's a sucker. I'll never respect him. We can move on.
That is a great point. We can't move on yet, but Jack made a great point, and we obviously you threw that, you put that in the group text, in our HBCU group text, and that's a great point, Tito, because there is a difference between mental health and mental fortitude, especially, Tito, when it comes to athletes. And it's this conversation that we had earlier this year about how does one know really if it's mental health, if it's true mental health, or is that person just soft? You know, is that and not even soft, because you can't even say soft anymore, but
right. But it's going to come back to haunt these players. If I'm Chris Paul, whoever's running the Players Association, I'm calling an emergency meeting during the All-Star break, because what Ben Simmons is doing is going to hurt the rest of them. But that CBA is going to come up again, and these owners are going to protect themselves against that foolishness. So a lot of players in the league probably feel like I do, because he's going to cost a lot of them some money down the line based on that behavior. They're not going to they're not going to want to see this snowball.
Well,
I
think that's true. I think that's true, Tito. But I also think with the CBA, about to change, I think with the changes that have happened in the world, as far as
these owners ain't playing that, man. It's their money. They are not playing that.
Here's what I'm saying. They're going to. I feel like the owners are going to implement something in that CBA that says, listen, if you are doing this because of, pandemic, or if you're doing this to mental health to do so and so, we have the right to not pay you. I think that's something that will be added, and it's going to have to be, because like you said, the owners aren't going to put up with the bull.
Right. It'll be added. It'll be additional parameters, because remember, the Sixers were fine with you saying you had mental health issues, but we want you to report to our doctors.
Right. There's going to have to be some
Why is that a problem? If you really have a problem, these are professional doctors, and this is your employer. What's the problem here?
Right.
But this hissy fit stuff, they're going to put a stop to it. Even you see Kyler Murray this week talking about he's accomplished nothing. And he's talking about he's done and he's had enough. You haven't accomplished anything, man. I watched you play. You made a lot of bad decisions. You held on to the ball too long. Take accountability and try to work on it in the off season.
Yeah,
These guys don't understand that no more. And it's
that was crazy to me. Franchise quarterback.
I didn't see it. What happened with that? I didn't see it.
He unfollowed the Arizona Cardinals. He's
Colt
gone.
McCoy came out today and said that he told him before the game was over in the playoff game that he was done.
Wow.
That he no longer wants to be a part of the team during the playoff game before it's over.
Yeah, that's different.
Well, I
Who
think
do
it
you
all
are?
Exactly. And Tito, I think it all goes back to what you so
emo athletes
eloquently placed the title on some of these guys early in the show. We are going to trademark it. So if you're listening, do not try it. But yes, emo
it's
athlete.
the era of the emo athlete, and we're all in trouble.
And on that
we're all
note,
in trouble.
On that note, we're going to take a break. 93.7, What's the Buzz? You're here with Buzzy, Tito, and Nebraska's own Kobe Webster. We'll be right back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. Old School with DP and J.
And I learned this about the difference between the college game and the NFL. Every play is designed offensively and defensively for one guy to make a mistake, whether it's being out of your gap, forgetting the blitz, forgetting a check on offense, forgetting the snap count. In college, it might be explosive play, 15 yards, whatever you deem as explosive play. The pros,
all of them are house.
All of them are. The guy will hit his head on the goalpost.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour, and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season. Enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Here's to days spent roaming, and to sleeping beneath the stars, to casting another line and letting time float by. From Shadron State Park to Indian Cave State Park and every recreation area, historical, and state park in between. Here's to your adventures, your memories. Here's to 100 years of your Nebraska state parks. Plan your next trip today at nebraskaparks100.org. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohls.com for details.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
Back to the Ticket weeknights. Here is your host, Nebraska Basketball's Director of Player Development, Buzzy Carruthers.
I like this. Hey girl, what's your mystery? Yeah, see, everybody always think Biggie. You know what I mean? I think the Isleys.
Those that know.
You know what I'm saying, Tito? We are back. 93.7 The Ticket. What's the buzz? Here with Buzzy and Tito. Tito, finished, the trade talk, NBA trade talk, but let's move forward to NBA All-Star Weekend, which is this weekend, man.
Something we won't see Ben Simmons at again, but let me stop. I'm trying to
Carter, where's
move on.
Where's the shot?
I'm just saying we won't see him there, but go ahead.
We need to have those things ready, Carter, for every Ben Simmons zing. All right. No, so we do have All-Star Weekend coming up, Tito. Obviously, it's one of my favorite weekends, just because, ever since I was a youngin', Michael Jordan in the dunk contest, I became an automatic fan. And ever since then, I've always been engaged into it. And also, too, obviously, the older we got, we realized that the game was not played hard, but I enjoy the game too, Tito. What about you? I mean, and also too, side note. So my father's friends, close group of friends from high school, they always went to All-Star Weekend, and when they came back, I would hear these stories, Tito, but I could never hear enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard some stuff, but then they would go to another room, right?
I mean, I think we've all been in the city. I've never been to a game. I still want to go to at least Saturday night or or the actual game one day. It
Right.
seemed like a good event. But
Right.
what I do like about it is typically it's pretty entertaining early on. They goof off a little bit, but then it gets serious and you get some good basketball. What I don't like is it comes on at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. Like it's
Right.
ridiculous.
Right.
Like when we were growing up, it was a nice little 6 p.m.
5
on a
o'clock. Yep.
Sunday, 5
Yep.
o'clock, 6
Yep.
p.m. And you could enjoy being with the family, having dinner, watch the NBA All-Star game, and relax. You can't do that no more.
Right.
It's annoying. It's on till midnight. Who
Right.
wants to be up till midnight watching an All-Star game? Well, now you don't even know half the guys in it. So
Yes, you do. Stop it. Stop. You sound like my father for real now.
you don't even know half the
You
guys.
really sound like my father. I don't know nobody.
You got Jared Allen in the All-Star game. The average person has no idea who he is. Trust me.
It's okay. Give him his flowers. Now that he's an all-star, people
Oh,
will know.
good for him. Good for him. But I'm just saying, you're not seeing the house. There's not as many household names anymore. I'll say that.
Without question. I mean,
I'll say that.
As far as the replacements go,
I mean, you're not getting no KD. You're not getting no Kyrie because he's just a goof. You're not getting Harden.
We don't have enough to cover him this week.
Yeah, you're not
We'll
getting
cover
Harden. You're not getting AD. I mean, there's a lot of guys you're not getting.
Yes. Yes. How many All-Star weekends have you participated in? Like I said, I got to hear the stories from my father's friends, but then when I got older, I was finally able to experience All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
I only went to the one in Philly, I believe.
Are you serious?
That was years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
I was supposed to go when they were originally supposed to have it in Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
Supposed to do the Saturday night and all of that, but that's when they had the whole bathroom thing in North Carolina. They moved it out of Charlotte.
Yes.
They ended up bringing it back to Charlotte, but the year originally when they were supposed to do it, I was supposed to go to that. So maybe it's just not meant to be for me, man. I don't know.
I went to probably the most epic, which was Vegas, and it was unbelievable, Bo. It was unbelievable.
When was that?
That was, I want to say we were still in college. Tito, because I went out there with some of our classmates, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
Well, you know, Super Bowl gonna be crazy next year.
Oh my gosh, crazy! The Super Bowl in Vegas. I'm getting tickets. I mean,
I'm not getting tickets, but I'm gonna see if I can get me some free rooms from good friends at the MGM.
Oh, okay.
If you want your degenerate gambler back, you'll give me some free rooms that weekend.
That is awesome. Let's move on to some of these contests and All-Star weekend. First, let's just go skills challenge. Who do you got in the skills challenge? You got Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey. Those are just the rookies. Then you got the home team, who has a group who they've got Jared Allen, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley, and then Team Antetokounmpo with Giannis, Alex, and Giannis, the brother.
I saw something where they said Tyrese Maxey was replacing somebody.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Pretty sure it said it was a shooting challenge, a shooting skills challenge. Okay, it says Tyrese Maxey will replace Kings guard Davion Mitchell. Oh, this is a kind of clutch shooting challenge. That's a different event, I guess. That's the Rising Star night.
Rising Star challenge,
on
yes.
Friday. Okay.
Skills challenge. You got the rookies, the
Skills
Cavs, or Antetokounmpos. Pretty much.
I'm gonna go with the Rooks, man.
Go with the rookies.
Go with the Rooks.
I like those dudes, man. I particularly like Giddey and Cunningham.
I think Giannis just started learning how to shoot, but at least he's learning, unlike others.
Well, Ben Simmons shade, you gotta love it. I mean, you gotta love it.
And then you got Mobley and Allen. They're both bigs. I mean,
right.
I'm going with the Rooks, man.
All right. I'm gonna go Antetokounmpo just because I feel like I don't know. I feel like when them three dudes join forces, they're like one of those Marvel teams or something.
No, they're not. They wish.
Right. I would love to hear from the listeners too as well. Please text us or call in. Either way, the Honda hotline. Text us on the Sartor Hammond Hot text line 402-464-5685. Would love to hear some of your guys' take on who you think will win some of these contests. 3-point contest, Tito. CJ McCollum, Trae Young, Zach LaVine, Desmond Bain, Karl Anthony Towns, Fred VanVleet, Luke Kennard, or Patty Mills. Who you got?
It's a tough one because I have no idea why Karl Anthony Towns is in the
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even.
I mean, what's going on? This is what I'm talking about.
That's just one of those things where I think they put in a big man so they can say they're not.
Isn't Zach LaVine hurt? I get him confused with somebody else. I might be thinking about Caruso or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Caruso's hurt. I don't think
Caruso. Yeah, okay. Luke Kennard, I forgot that he even was still in the league, so it'll probably be him.
You think?
Because he's got a lot of time to
right.
work on his shots since he's not getting no burn.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Luke Kennard.
He actually plays a little bit out there.
Does he? Well, with all the injuries, maybe he's getting in there.
Right, he does play.
I'll go with him.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the home team, Mocan alum Trae Young. Obviously, I got to, and I think he strokes it. He's shooting well, and he's playing well. Like these last couple of weeks, he's been playing at a very high clip. So hopefully, he rolls that into All-Star Weekend. I'd love to see him come away with a 3-point championship, man.
I don't feel like he's a catch and shoot shooter though. That's why I wouldn't like. He likes to go off the dribble.
Right.
It's kind of like he has to get in that rhythm off the dribble to get his shot off. He could do it, but I mean, Kennard is the only non-African American on the list. So I'm going with him. Going with Kennard.
Yes. Did not even notice that. I'm thinking about changing my answer now. I'm thinking about changing my pick. But make sure you're marking these down, Carter, so we can, we got push-ups on the line here. Slam dunk contest, last event. Besides the game. But slam dunk contest Saturday night. Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano Anderson, Obi Toppin, or Jalen Green. Who you got?
This is disgusting. They need to just stop with this event altogether. This is disgusting. I don't know who Juan is. I don't know Juan.
You don't know Juan Toscano Anderson? Come on, you haven't watched Golden State? Come on, man.
I never heard.
I don't know why
he gets in,
but
he plays.
He plays. He plays a lot.
Cole Anthony is what, 6'1"?
6.
Which could be exciting if he can dunk, but I've never seen him with anything special. I mean,
Okay, well, I can attest to him getting nasty on the rim. I've seen him.
Cole Anthony is 6'3".
6'3", well, 6'1". Yeah.
right,
I've seen
really
Cole
6'1".
Anthony coached against the Mocan.
I mean,
he will get on that rim. He will get on that
here's
rim.
Here's the
Now,
thing.
difficulty, I don't know, but I've seen him.
For the most part. Now and again we get surprised. For the most part, we've seen every dunk. It's really about who's doing the dunk. And at this point, the answer is who cares? Because none of these guys are really relevant. The guys that you know how this started with your king. It used to be you had to do it if you were. Kobe did it. Michael did it. McGrady did it. All the great wing players said, "Okay, I need to do this at least once." Once he stopped the train, it's been derailed ever since. But I'm gonna go with Jalen Green. I've seen him do some cool stuff. I'm gonna go with Jalen Green.
And I'm gonna second that because I think he's really gonna do something spectacular. I mean, he jumped. Oh my gosh, his creativity, his ability to hang in the air, like he's just got it all as far as hops goes.
So what was the one? It was Levine and Gordon, right? That was kind of the one that shocked everybody. Like, oh, this was crazy.
It was
Levine.
It was Levine and Gordon, yes. And Gordon got robbed 2 times because last year he got robbed.
They did it twice, right? They had 2 years where they did it.
No, it was Levine the 1 year, and then remember D Wade gave Derek Woods, I want to say. Remember D Wade shorted. Remember D Wade.
I mean, they had 2 different dunk contests where they were going back and forth. Gordon and Levine. Yeah.
Two years in a row.
Yeah.
Right. And theirs was was phenomenal.
They made it exciting. That's why I said you never know.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't know
at that
about
time. Levine wasn't really a household name. He's probably still not a household, but he wasn't an all-star.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise us. Every now and again we get surprised, but
we'll take it. Yeah. Hopefully it's good. That's all I really want. Just show some creativity and some originality. That's all. And last but not least, Tito, I have a feeling I know who you're going to choose with this one, Carter. But are you going with Team Durant or Team LeBron for the winner of the All-Star game?
Oh, it's not East or West anymore, huh?
No, it is not East or West anymore. Now, I'm telling you, you better look at these rosters now. You better look at that LeBron roster.
Again, man, who really cares? But whatever team Embiid is on, I'm going with that one because he's the best player in the league. So we got to go with him. What team is Embiid on?
You know what team he's on, man. You know he on Team Durant.
He was the first pick by your king, right?
The first pick by the king was Giannis.
Oh no, so he was Durant's first pick. So we're going with Team Durant.
All right. I'm going to take Team LeBron. He's got Giannis and Steph. I mean, that's enough said right there.
The interesting thing about these guys, apparently everybody hates these guys, right? But they're still winning. LeBron and KD, but they're still the captains every year. It's like I don't get it. It's not adding up.
Hold on.
LeBron was voted the most hated player in the league.
I think he means the fans. I think
the fans vote on that though.
I know, but they also voted him the most
still saying that
player.
The fans do like him. Oh my gosh.
Nobody likes him.
Young Tito.
Nobody likes him. But magically, he keeps winning. This is fixed. It's fixed by the NBA. I don't even believe these votes are real.
Oh my gosh. There they go. You heard it here first. It's fixed.
How are you the most hated player in the league, but you're always the captain?
Hey, that's what happens.
Voted by the fans.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you are the king. And on that note, we're going to take a break. We're here at 93.7 The Ticket. What's the buzz with Buzzy and Tito? Hey, call, text, man. Come holler at us.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
They say one great thing leads to another, and that's especially true when you visit a Great Clips salon. When you sit down for a haircut with the skilled and friendly stylist at one of our thousands of convenient Great Clips locations, they'll not only make your hair look great, they'll make you feel great too. And that's something you can't help but share with the world. Download our online check-in app today and opt in to get a ready next text when you're up next. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at Wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Cloudy, windy, and cold here for our Thursday, topping out at 28. North winds could gust over 25 to 30 for much of the day. They'll relax tonight as we drop down to 14 for the low. Big jump in temps for our Friday. Mostly sunny with a high of 57. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The past year and a half has been a challenge. We've been reminded of the importance of following health and safety guidance from medical experts. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the NSCA. As teachers, our goal is to keep our schools open and our students in the classroom, because we know in-person teaching and learning is best for our students. We need your help to keep our kids healthy and learning.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at OutdoorNebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season. Enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
Back to the Ticket weeknights. Here is your host, Buzzy Carruthers. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ooh, we are back to wrap it up. 93.7 The Buzz. What's the Buzz? I'm sorry. Here with Buzzy and Tito. Text line 402-464-5685. If you have anything you want to get off your chest to us about the topics that we have covered. Real fast, Tito, let's cover the Super Bowl. Did you enjoy it? Did you? I know you had the Bengals. I took the Rams. I told you Aaron VP was going to be the MVP. He should have been the MVP.
He had no business being MVP. That was ridiculous.
They gave it to, who?
Cooper Kupp didn't even have 100 yards. How does he win MVP?
Oh, right.
Like,
Right.
He had no business winning MVP. And I love Cooper Kupp. He's a great player, but
thank you.
He had no business winning MVP.
Aaron Donald won that game. Are you with me on that?
He did. I don't know if he had the sacks and all of that to back it up. Unfortunately, they go off that.
Sacks. Yeah, he had 2 sacks.
I think the problem is that they have the MVP voters turn in their votes before the 2-minute warning. So the plays that Aaron Donald made at the end of the game to win the game didn't even matter. It's dumb.
Yeah, that's silly.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Right. I not even know. But yeah, I thought it was a good game, Tito. I enjoyed the I enjoyed the ending for sure. Halftime show, Tito. Now I didn't say anything in our group text specifically because I wanted to get to this on here. You put out a list.
Because somebody in the chat was like, greatest halftime show of all time. I'm like, yo, people really love being a prisoner in the moment. Like, What are you talking about? Did you see Prince?
So Tito,
Purple
so,
Rain in the rain with the guitar
rain.
live.
In the rain.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I went back.
Boom, boom, boom. Come on, man.
So I went back, Tito. You made me do a little research. I went back, watched those shows. I agree with you. It's not number one, but I'm not going to go Prince number one though. I'm going to go Michael. You had Michael fourth. I'm going to put Michael first.
No. There was no order for when I did.
Oh, that was the order.
There was no order. I'm saying all the ones that were better than that.
All right. Okay.
That's all I was saying.
Okay. All right. Tito, I went and watched that Michael halftime. Oh my gosh. Like it brought back so many memories, first of all, because
Really?
it was 93. It was like when 93, like you're 10 years old and like you're really playing football, you really listening to music, you know what I'm saying? And dude, that Super Bowl halftime was crazy. Not only the entertainment part with Mike just dancing solo up there doing his thing, but then the participation, Tito, and I'm not sure if you've gone back and looked.
The crowd, like how did they get that done?
Only Mike could do it, right?
I don't understand. Did they tell every person in the audience, hey, there's going to be a card under your seat, and you're going to have to, on cue, you're going to have to stand up and put your card up. I don't understand how that did that.
Tito, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not one of the single most unifying acts of humanity ever on earth? That people come together and like that many people doing the same thing for that song, heal the world, make it a better place. Like that's an unbelievable act of humanity. I wish we could interview someone that would actually went to that game and participated in that, because to see it, Tito, was unbelievable.
The only thing I'm afraid of is those weren't real fans, and the NFL paid for those people to be in position instead of giving those to real fans. I hope that's not the case. I don't know. But I'm like, how did you get all of these people across the stadium to do this and be a part of the halftime show?
Right. Hey,
you got to pay them, and you gonna pay them for their efforts.
I think Mike was that big, Tito, that everybody just loved Mike. If you watch the video, Tito, you see people really fanning out. You know how people.
Oh, there's nothing like Michael Jackson. Like I said, some people didn't even know if he existed for real. Because you remember they started the halftime show. He's on top of the stadium. But it wasn't really him. It was like a lookalike.
Right. It was a stand-in. But that's crazy for him to.
But people thought it was him.
Oh, yes. Mike controlled how all these shows went, and for him to have that genius of popping up 500 feet in the air on top of a jumbo screen, then he pops out another one, and then pops up in the middle of the field.
Right. But this was before they had the hologram stuff.
Yes.
So. Yeah, at the time, everybody really thought, "Oh my God, that's Michael! He knows magic."
Right. Yeah, like also David Copperfield. Swear to God, of course. But no, it's crazy. So yes, I'm with you. I'm with you, Mo.
It might be top 5.
How much longer we got?
Not even breaking the 5.
We got like I don't know, 3-4 minutes.
All right, cool.
Well, let me say this real quick because it's
go ahead.
related. People will show you who they really are. You saw what Matt Stafford did to that girl that fell, and she just walked away. You saw that? People will show you who they really are. Now, him and the wife are talking about they're paying for all her medical bills. No. Why didn't you go help that girl out when it happened? You walked away like a little punk. That's why you didn't get the MVP. People show you who they really are. He lost a lot of fans if he had any left.
That was crazy to watch. That was crazy.
Because he always seemed kind of smug in the first place. He always kind of rubbed me.
Now, I will say this: he was very inebriated.
Even more to be like, so if you just walk away, like
oh
I'm drunk and I see a girl fall off the stage.
Right.
I'm instantly. I'm not even gonna think about it because I'm inebriated. I'm gonna go ahead, rush to see if she's okay.
Right.
He completely turned his back and walked away.
He did. Shame on you, Matt Stafford. Shame on you. Shame.
Back to the
Shame.
Weeknights. Here is your host.
Carter's hitting buttons.
Oh, Carter.
Carter's hitting buttons, man. Oh my gosh! Luckily, Nick's over here.
Hey! In my defense, the audio file says close. It says close, so that one's.
Yeah, I will defend him here. It was the wrong. Somebody put the wrong one in the.
Big Sky probably messed all the labels up.
Right. Hey, we'll get to this next week, Tito. But the Big Ten, their media rights are coming open. And it's a conversation I want to have next week for sure, because it could possibly be the biggest media rights deal for a college conference, which right now they're estimating $1.1 billion for the Big Ten's media rights. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
What does that mean?
Exactly. We're gonna get into that. All right. Hey, appreciate all you listeners out there. Appreciate all you fans out there still rocking with us. Stay strong with us. We still fighting for you guys. And we have nothing left to say. Tito, thank you so much, man. Carter, thanks. Nick, thanks for saving Carter, man. We appreciate you. Nebraska, we are out.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.